Shalom, Israel, shalom. This is your little big sister, Leah Yehuda Israel, believed to be from the tribe of Judah, Yehuda. I want to first give all praise, thanks, and honor to the Most High Yah. Yah is the creator of the heavens, the earth, the seas, and all in them is the Most High Yah created. We give thanks to the Most High for his love and kindness and his mercy endure forever. I thank you, Yah, for allowing this video. I thank you, Yah, for allowing this time over here in the captivity, October the 11th, 2020 in the evening. Up here in the projects on one of the hills of 7 in Cincinnati. I thank you, Yah. I ask you to bless these people on this hill from the top to the bottom and heal them, Yah, and give them what they need. Open their eyes and make them see, Yah, that we have to return to your laws, statutes, and commandments. Right up here, Yah, and all over the world, the four corners of the earth, Yah, we thank you. So I just wanted to speak real quick, not real quick because it's a touchy subject, but we've been westernized in everything. We have to unlearn everything. This is Leah Yehuda Israel, your little big sister, believed to be from the tribe of Judah. And once again, I'm giving all praise, honor, thanks, and glory to the Most High. And I just wanted to talk about polygamy. But while in speaking of such a subject, first, you need to know who you are, just like you need to know that JC is not your God. You also need to know who your fathers and your mothers are. Because I am so sick and tired of sisters saying that, ew, I don't want to do that, and this and that there. You should just be praising the Most High if you make it up out of here to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's Isaiah 4. This is just a real late night talk, and I'm just being real. I just wanted to talk on multiple wives of polygamy, but first it's about knowing who your family is. This is like the beginning of the video. I don't know how far it could go, but let's find out who you are first. Who is your God? What is your history? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, were they all in monogamous relationships? Did they all just have one wife? The answer is no. No. Let's see, Abraham, Hagar, and then he married Keturah, another one later. Let's see, then there's Abraham, Isaac, and Rebecca. I can't remember if Isaac had any other wives. I have to do a little research, but Jacob had four. Okay, Jacob had four. We have Leah, let's see here, Leah, Rachel, Beulah, Zibion. I might be saying their names wrong, but I'm going to pull up in these scriptures in a second. And that's how you became the 12 tribes of Israel, sisters. This is mainly for the sisters. We have to know who we are before we start speaking against something that was taught against us. I have no problem with this. I don't have an issue with polygyny. I'm just going to be real with you. I did this in my sin as I was waking up into the truth. Total embarrassment, but I did not turn back from Yah, and I was punished. And the man, he's not living today. That's how serious this is. So you don't go back and do the same thing you did before. So I'm not after no one's husband. You know, I lost my husband 2 months ago. Sure, I want to get married in the future to a righteous man. What righteous woman is seeking Yah wouldn't? You know, so this isn't about me trying to do any of that. This is about the history of who you are, why you're cursed, why you're under a curse, and why you do these things, why these bad things are happening to you. A lot of our young daughters, even my own, were in bad situations. Some are in bad situations, and it's because you're not under the covenant. You're not keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments of the Most High. So when you don't obey the Most High, then bad things happen to you. You could lose your children to death, to other people, to the beast system. You could go to jail. I mean, you can end up in a lot of bad situations because you're not obeying the Most High Yah. You're not to be having sexual relations with different men at all, unless you're married. This is the law. This is in the scripture. You're not to do that. And then you'll get these blessings because the Most High said that there would be no whores out of the daughters of Zion. And he meant what he said. He said what he meant. Me personally, I haven't been with anyone in 3 years, 6 months now. Praise the mighty Yah. Not even my husband when he was delivered back to me. He was my ex-husband, and then he came back to be my husband because I wasn't with anyone He was the last man I was with when I left him 3 years, 6 months ago, and he was the last man that I was with when he passed away 3 years, 6 months. So that's what it means. If I would have went into another man would have went into me, I would have married on. I wouldn't have been able to be with that man. Or call him my husband and any of that because you can't backtrack. They taught us to backtrack. The Most High said don't do that. But because that was the only man that I was with, the last man, I never knew he was coming back to me. The Most High sent him back to me. We started talking, and he was sick, and I said, I'm not coming back there. He came up here. I took care of him. We had a family. Our family was together for 7 months until he died. So that's what it means. You can't go back and be with someone else and this and that there. But the Most High cleared the slate. I did that in my sin upon my awakening. I did this great sin, and I was punished for it. So it's nothing to take for a joke, and a lot of men do this in the camp, sisters. When you're waking up, please don't bother and don't interfere with any of these men and so-called marriages, polygamous marriages. Spend all of your time, sister, with the Most High. Seek the Most High. Let him be your husband. That's what I ended up doing once I got corrected. But I'm going to tell you, I loved my sister. I did it. I did it. I was able to do it, and I could speak about it. But I did it in sin. And the Most High could have took my life, but he didn't. And I thank y'all. And I was waking up. I didn't know. So a lot of you sisters are waking up and you're getting tricked by polygamy and being married when you have sex and this and that, and then you be tossed around to another one and this and that. That's wickedness. You'll know when the Most High send your husband, and if you're supposed to be with this person or not. The Most High will show you. If you will obey the Most High and listen to him, you will not be in these situations. So now I can talk about these things, and I'm going to talk about the curses that are upon us first. We need to find out who we are and while we're in a situation before we even get into polygamy. Let's talk about these things that's happening to us and all of this and that there. But let me read to you all real quick. I wanted to read to you something about filthiness. Let's see, Isaiah 3:16. Let me return to Isaiah 3:16, please. Please, if you have your Bible like me, turn to Isaiah 3:16. Okay. We're going to talk about filthiness, how this place has made us so filthy. So, I don't think I'm holier than thou. I don't think I'm nothing. I just think I'm me. And I'm just trying to walk the righteous way and get rid of all of that crap that I was taught and just go back to being who I am. So, Isaiah 3:16 says, well, I don't want to read that first. I wanted to read, I guess I better go to Isaiah 3:16, and maybe that's where the Most High wants me, okay? Isaiah 3:16, praise Yah. Thank you, Yah. Moreover, Yah saith, Yah said this, so this is true. Moreover, Yah saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanting eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore Yah will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yah will discover their secret parts. In that day, we're going to stop right there, 17. Okay, this is what the Most High wanted me to read because it said, moreover, Yah, verse 16, moreover, Yah saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanting eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. We have a problem here. And the problem is that we've forgotten who we are. We're Hebrew Israelites. We're beautiful. We don't need the fake hair. That's what that is. I remember when I used to get my hair done and the tracks laid and all of that. And I'm feeling good for like a couple of days. Get the eyelashes, the fingernails, feeling all good and this and that. Getting a little notary from the men, and just feeling good. Not even just them, just feeling good about myself because I got this hair. That hair is not good hair, people. If you Google it, that yaki hair, the human hair, that comes from off the heads of those people over there in India. Those women, they get their heads shaved and they pray over the idol. I'm going to put the links down. They pray over the idol so they can pay their rent and take care of their children. And they send that hair over here and they sell it to you, and then you put it on your head. And then it's just like the Most High just said, you go walking and tinkling. You stretching, you looking good. You got them nails on, you got that hair done. You can't tell you nothing. I remember them days. No, that's a curse. Please return to the Most High. You can't do that, sisters. You got to return to your natural self. Yah loves you. It's okay. It's okay. Yah loves you, sister. Yah love you. Please return to yourself and cry. Get it out. Please get it all out. Get all of this pain out. Get it out. Get it out. Cry to the Most High, sister. You don't have to cry to a man, okay? And then it says, verse 17, therefore Yah will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yah will discover their secret parts. Yah is striking our heads. You see how you don't have no hair around your edges and all of that, and you got to get them edges done? That's the Most High's punishment. This is you right here. It's not about them and wearing their hair and their nails and their eyelashes. You're beautiful just the way you are, daughters of Zion. You so beautiful, sister. Take all that hair off. Wash your hair and plait it up. And then take it out and let it get just blow dried and let it out like that or something. Or just lock it. Or whatever you want to do. Don't buy no more of their hair. That's a curse. And that's why you feel like you do. That's why you're down and you're sad. And you don't know why these things are happening to you. Well, you have someone else's hair on your crown. You have a crown. You're a daughter of Zion. You're beautiful. You belong to the Most High. Read Deuteronomy 14 and see how beautiful you are. You're a holy people unto Yah. I'm just here to help you remember who you are, okay? I'm not here to down nobody. I got a lot of work to do. I know I got a lot of work to do. And I'm trying. I'm not giving up. I'm not. I just need my alone time, my space, so I can meditate and hear from the Most High more than ever. I need my meditation time. So you're beautiful, but the Most High said he was going to strike your scab, and that's what he did. So that's why you're bald right there. And we've all been through that, and with the perms, the crack perm, putting on our hair and all of that. It's okay. Yah loves you. Just return, wash your hair, get all of that out, clean it up, and you got to stop that, and you got to stop eating the pork. You got to stop eating the crabs and the shrimp, sisters. I know. If you want to make it in this city of Yah, you have to return to the law, statutes, and commandments. The dietary law is Deuteronomy 14 you can read. And there's one in Leviticus. I can't recall that. But you cannot eat those things. That's why you have a bad smell. I remember those days. I remember those crab and shrimp days with my children. We used to boil them crabs down in Florida. That cone on the cob and those poke sausage and daddy putting that slab of ribs on the grill and all that down south. I don't do that no more, y'all. And y'all shouldn't do that either. We were wrong, and we all can ask for forgiveness and return to the Most High. But sisters, that makes your vagina smell, gives it a bad odor, and you don't want that for yourself or your husband, because no one should be having relations if they are not married. That's a law. And we're going to get into polygamy later, but first we're going to find out why we're under these curses, who we are, who our God is. It's the Most High Yah, and He loves you. He loves us. He loves Israel. So let's get back to that scripture. So he took your head, and now you're wearing weave. This is why you wear weave, the Most High said. This is why you wear weave. Therefore Yah will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yah will discover their secret parts. And that day Yah will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their coals, and their round tires like the moon, the chains, and the bracelets, and the muffles, the bonnets, and the ornaments, and the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings. Oh, the rings, and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimpers, and the crisp pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils. Oh my gosh, let's just stop right there real quick, sisters. Let's stop right there real quick. Oh my gosh, did you just hear all of that we had? We had all of these beautiful things that the Most High took away from us, and now we want to wear other people's hair. We want to wear other people's things. We want to be like them. But you had all of these things. Please turn to Isaiah 3 and start at 16 and read about you. I mean, you have bonnets and ornaments and headbands and tablets. What kind of tablet is that? Somebody help me. Tablets? What kind of tablets do we have? Is it like an iPad or something? What was a tablet, y'all? And the earrings, the rings, the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel. You mean to tell me you used to change about 3 times a day into your silk and linen and cotton or whatever you wore as a queen? The glasses, the fine linen, and the hoods and the veils, and this shall come to pass. That instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink. Okay, so we're going to start right there. Instead of the sweet smell, now the Most High made us stink. This is, you stink because you eat pork, crabs, clams, lobster. You think you're doing something. You're not doing anything. That's sinning against the Most High. We can't do that. We cannot do that, Israel. We can't eat those things, sisters. This is why you're going through the bad situations. This is why the mental illness is as high rate as it is, because you're eating unclean food. I did it too. You're eating unclean food. You're not keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments of the Most High. And you have to find out who you are and what commandments you're supposed to keep, which is the commandments of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the Old Testament. You're not in the New Testament. So there's going to be a stink. So that's why we have the bad smell, the odor. That's from the Most High. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well-set hair, baldness. There it is right here, baldness. Baldness. Instead of set hair, baldness, and instead of stomature, a girding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall. Okay, so that's why I'm going into polygamy. Is right there. Is verse 25 says, "Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war." So it's going to be a lot of men that's going to die. That's why we're going to go into that there. But first, we're going to get back to why we are, or why we were like we were, wearing the fake nails, the green, the blue, the yellow hair. The Most High didn't make your hair that color. Please stop. So we got to return back to righteousness and holiness. And it's not going to be bad. Just cry out to the Most High and repent and return to Him no matter what you did. Read Ezekiel 18. You can be forgiven by Yah. Just don't do it again. Don't turn to that. Just keep walking in righteousness. Obey the law, statutes, and commandments, and keep the Sabbath day, sister. You should not be having sexual relationships with anyone unless he's your husband. And your husband, you should not be mean to. You should be able to get along. And if he's not in the truth and you're waking up, you know what's right. You pray to the Most High. That's what I did in my situation with my husband, and he was not in the law, and I would call on the Most High and cry to the Most High for my problems with my husband. And the Most High, He told me to leave, and that's what I did, and that's why I'm way up here today, and I'm happy about it. And my husband has passed on, but he saved his soul in the Most High. He seen in the end that he said you was trying to lead me out the darkness, and that's the truth. I loved him. But it is what it is. But now we need to find out why we smell like this. We eating bad food. We're not keeping the law. We're not keeping the Sabbath day. You keep the Sabbath day in your home. I'm trying to show you how to get a blessing. Keep the Sabbath day in your home with your children. Don't cook, clean nothing. Have everything ready. 6 days, Exodus 20, you have to prepare. And the Sabbath day is the holy day unto Yah. Everybody should be working on getting this. We're not perfect. We just, little by little, you'll get it. Keep the Sabbath day from the time the day break until the sun go down. It's going down. I put up some classes you can listen to. And you can enjoy the Sabbath day with them and open your window like me and praise the Most High and send up prayer and blessings to Yah for the nation of Israel. You can do that. We're at spiritual war, and we need Yah. It's not about who the messenger is. It's about receiving a message. And the message is to obey. And I just wanted to talk about polygamy, multiple wives. But first, before I go into that video, whenever it happens, you need to know who you are, who your God is, why you're under the curse. But we're going to go right here real quick. And he said right here in, Yah said right here in verse, the men, 25, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gates shall be lament and moth, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Okay, we're going to polygamy from that later, but let's get back into the curses that upon the daughters of Zion. Okay, and I read to you that was Isaiah 3:16 through 26. I think that was. And I want you to turn to Isaiah 64:6. Please turn to Isaiah 64:6. And all praises and honor and glory is to the Most High. That this phone hasn't cut off yet. Thank you, yeah. Isaiah 64:6. Isaiah 64:6. Now, this is just the truth. But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousness are as filthy rags. And we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. We are all filthy. I used to say that all the time. Now I see it. Even in our righteousness. But you can't give up, and you just got to know that you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. We ain't nothing but little worms before Yah. These people that's over us, they're arrogant, they're prideful. Yah hates that. You cannot stay in the way of the Most High. He hates